character, the only one really in Smash Bros. Ultimate. You could make an argument potentially for Zelda, but that's only with down B with Phantom, right? But very unique character is what I'm trying to say here. And like you said, there's so many ways to deal with Steve's stuff. So it becomes a situation where it's not even, are you ready for the Steve matchup? It's the all the way around. Are you ready for the Rosalina and Luma matchup? We'll have to see if Ente's ready for it. Getting into our third match of the day here at UFA 2024. Let's get it.
Yeah, and of course you're more able to find the matchup experience against Steve and Rosalina, because there are not many in Europe and in the world. I can think of him. I can think of Solo as well in the Netherlands that also plays Rosalina as a main, but he also plays all the characters as well when he needs to. But as for now, it looks really neck and neck. They're both doing their stuff. Of course, the Steve is just kind of mining a little bit, putting a little bit of those walls of despair that some players cannot deal with. The Luma is gone, the TNT exploded and the Luma is gone. So Ente right now, good approach, but as we see, the diamond is already on deck and we're looking at 30 seconds into the game. This could be in trouble for M.Pop0 if he's not aware.
Definitely, but hold on, M.Pop0's finding these grabs here. You're 82% onto Ente right now, and I can't lie, man, his resources are looking kind of dire already from the get-go. He's got diamonds, yeah, that's one thing, but oh my god, there you go, we're talking about the minecart just getting absolutely invalidated here. Once again, it's the opposite situation here, where it's, are you ready for the Rosa matchup? Not necessarily, is the Rosa ready for the Steve matchup here?
Yeah, and we saw something, we saw an interaction that we didn't talk about, the Anvil. He also can just counter the Anvil, and that's the first stock. The Amber stealing Ente's first stock. He needs to find an answer to his gameplay. You cannot mine and you cannot get the diamond. It doesn't matter because M.Pop0 will be ready for you. The first stock by Ente is already gone, and of course his resources are looking healthy right now, but he has to be careful. Of course, the minecart using a lot of steel. The Anvil also not very powerful in this matchup because he can just counter it. And M.Pop0 is looking very healthy.
I still don't get why Steve gets 3 bars of iron on respawn.
He doesn't need them.
In Minecraft, you don't get 3 bars of iron when I respawn.
Speed that will be crazy.
I think that's probably the easiest way to nerf it, but nonetheless, got diamonds again on deck here. Ente with once again 3 bars of iron right now, but still no other resources to sort of build with here. And once again, I don't think I've seen Popo actually get, effectively hit by a minecart here or an anvil, like you mentioned, because once again, man, Rosa just completely invalidates it to an extent.
Yeah, he doesn't need to approach as well. He has the Luma to do so. So every time Popo can sense trouble, he will send the Luma out as a soldier to attack him.
God.
And Ente is just right now not being able to do anything. He doesn't have resources. The minecart will completely deplete his resources. And right now, it looks like Ente has not found any answers for M.Pop0 play. He's gonna go for the downer, doesn't connect it, but immediately prepare the Nair to steal it, and this is looking like an up smash could do it right now.
We're seeing like Ente utilize up B to sort of, mimic the minecart, start neutral skip type thing here. But yeah, no, it's just not going to work out for him. He respawns it. It's 3 stocks to 1, I say, okay. as Ente finds a very well needed up smash here onto M.Pop0. Nonetheless, though, Ente still finds himself basically without any resources. No more iron on deck, man. You got to be really, it's almost like it's a Wonder Wing now, right? You really have to conserve the resources of minecart, something that you don't usually have to deal with in a lot of other matchups here. But now, his neutral skip button, it ain't skipping anything.
Yeah, and I really like how M.Pop0 is dealing with the walls. Every time Ente puts a wall, he sends the Luma, hitting the walls with the Luma, and afterwards he just...
oh my god!
This will be the aggression by M.Pop0 right now. Of course, if you're so much ahead, you're going to be confident, you're going to be trustful of your abilities, and right now M.Pop0 is definitely confident on what he's capable of. Ente is already at almost kill percent, and it looks like M.Pop0 is going to take this one home.
Yeah, hold on. We're talking right now, but Ente, he's kind of laying down the beatdown on the... I said, hold on, never mind. M.Pop0 is back on stage. It's over. It's over. No more resources. Completely out of resources on Stone. It's hit on Stone. He's now a mid-tier character, guys.
Yeah, he's not gonna take anything from it. He cannot put walls. He cannot do anything. And right now he needs desperately those resources. But M.Pop0 is not letting him. I really like how he's aggressive.
The
Nair in position to out smash. He hit him with the Nair, and then he ran up smash. That was crazy by M.Pop0. What a conversion.
This guy M.Pop0 was playing melee out here, man. But a wave, basically did a wave dash in the up smash.
He's making Steve look bad.
He made Steve look bad, bro. This, damn.
Yeah,
well, absolutely massacre. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Ente switch over to the mid, which I feel like, looking at that game one might be a better matchup going into
can
things
be
here.
potentially better, yeah.
I feel like with Min, you might be able to just completely invalidate Luma to an extent, right?
Yeah.
Laser, you know, you just throw out an arm right, Dragon Laser, boom, you know, you don't have to deal with Luma anymore, man.
Yeah, here's the thing, M.Pop0, I'm pretty sure he has fought Susu before, he has fought Katastian before when he had the chance, before he was one of the best Steves here. Of course, Krebs-Ale also plays Steve, so I'm pretty sure the Rosalina here has a lot of experience on this match. He has the PDF downloaded, and he knows exactly what to do. So I wouldn't be surprised, as you said, if we saw the change from Steve to Min. That would also imply a little bit of change of pace. Steve needs to approach somehow, to some extent, because the walls don't work against Rosalina, as we saw. He will keep the Steve. It's also brave of him for doing it. But the Min can mean a change of pace as well.
Definitely. Talent setting is definitely a lot better, I'd say, for Ente. You know, a lot more space to work with here in this matchup. I feel like I was talking about Fabs about this with different stages with Steve. Now, you're not going to be getting as much like Iron here on Talent City due to the layout of the map in general. But I feel like that much needed space might be able to help Ente build up that resource meter just a little bit more. Even if it's dirt, even if it's wood, you know, it's still more resources to work with.
Yeah, it's easier to deal with mining the wood, and of course Ente needs to find an answer. Maybe the change of scenario is the answer. You need to be aware of that, because that deals a lot of damage and resets your bad situation. But M.Pop0 gets off it, and let's see, because right now it looks like it's working better for Ente. But once again, when that resource bar is depleted, M.Pop0 is not letting him mine as much. Will be interesting to see. Of course, Ente now has the wood. He can just effectively place more walls, effectively play a little bit more, more chill. I don't know what he's doing right now. He's just placing blocks everywhere, and the situation is tight again. But we see the resource bar being depleted as time goes by, and this is not looking good for Ente whatsoever. He could have gone for the downer there, because his recovery was going to be very predictable, considering that he was returning from very far away. But M.Pop0 decided to go for a little bit more calm situation.
Yeah, once again, I mean, we're seeing M.Pop0, you know, he's just got such a not even a massive lead right now, but the fact that Ente just hasn't had the time to get material. What does he stake? Trying to use the taunt, man. Stop mining materials, brother. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? He's got diamonds down, no?
I mean, he's going to save it for the next stock, which will be good. You're starting with this diamond, and it looks like you're ahead already. Even though all that grab reached from anywhere. He didn't mind where he was. Okay, he mined them. Okay, he's close to the second diamond, I think. That's why he did it. The platforms, the blocks kind of making him survive a little longer. That backer would have probably gone. Okay, he's going to be able to find the second diamond, and he's going to have a fresh one from the start of the next stock.
He's definitely on that wall, saving him now. You know, Mr. Ente getting a lot more comfortable with the lack of resources he has in general. And now he's really making it work now. And honestly, M.Pop0's in a solo aggression's been a bit lackluster going into here, game 2. For some reason, he just can't seem to deal with resourceless Steve. He's only got a very few minecarts to use here. Yeah, it feels like that M.Pop0 is still getting hard by these up smash. 95%, we're seeing Ente on a whole stock lead, holding onto this stock for his dear goddamn life now.
And I really like how Ente has placed the blocks behind him. So if Rosalina gets any straight hit, he will survive, because he will bounce against those blocks he has put already at 200%. This is nothing that we see commonly on Steve main. 200% is way too much, and M.Pop0 hasn't been able to find the stock.
His diamonds are gone. His diamond equipment is gone, bro. Like, you know, M.Pop0 is just really struggling to find an opening here, which is surprising to say the least here. He's fighting a Steve that has no equipment, no resources, and only very few yet.
Okay,
that's
finally,
all you needed to do.
Yeah, but he did it like 4 times. But Ente had very cleverly placed those blocks behind him, and he survived forever. And this does not look good for the French player, who is right now struggling to get a little bit of percentage, while as Ente is not having any issues whatsoever. The diamond tools are helping him to get this comfortable of a lead.
Yeah, definitely. And now, you know, at one stock left, man, Mr.Popo is going to really have to fight his way through here. But, you know, wow, what a catch with the back air there.
Also on Town and City, you know it's going to kill from the side. Of course, really good stuff by Ente, just managing to retaliate after that first game that looked ludicrous. Popo needs to find his way back into the game because this looked like very momentum shift for Ente. And right now is on the French player's decision to change things up. Of course, I don't think we're going to see Town and City anymore on this set. I don't think we're going to see it anymore.
But, yeah, I mean, once again, I love Ente's like resourcefulness, even with a lack of resources here. You know, making use of the little blocks he did have to, you know, once again build walls behind him to prevent deaths from the sides, and also on top of that as well, just, you know, I don't know, it's really weird to watch, to be honest, because I felt like Mr.Popo just, he wasn't playing as well as he was in that game one. He wasn't using, you know, those moves to invalidate stuff like minecart, stuff like anvil, and even with the very little minecarts that Ente did have, he made the most out of them, which shouldn't really happen, especially with how we saw Mr.Popo deal with moves like minecart in game one. You know, use that down B to just completely, neutral B, completely absorb, you know, those minecarts, and punish accordingly. And he got the kill by doing that, but that was so late in the set. It was like the damage has already been done. You know?
Yeah, I think one of the key factors on this game was that Ente was managing to get the resources back quicker than in the previous game. Of course, if Ente had the wood, Mr.Popo, even if he got the straight hits that would have killed, Ente had it covered with the back wall that he had put before. So he was just mining, getting the second diamond on the first stock was also really brutal for Mr.Popo because he started the second stock with a fresh diamond and the capability of even digging another one. So yeah, we're heading into game 3. It's time for Mr.Popo to change things a little bit, to shake the tree a little bit.
The biggest thing is like, you know, the thing you need to be wary about when fighting Steve is that minecart. You know, if Steve doesn't have that minecart, that sudden burst, the burst option that he has is limited severely. Because if he doesn't have iron, he can't anvil and he can't minecart. Meaning, if you have a disjoint character, you should be able to handle a lot of this fairly well. But right now, letting him get away with a lot of mining here, trying to blow up that TNT. To break that wall now, anvil, and now Ente. It seems like we're seeing a regular Steve game once again, man. You know, this is once again, I feel like a little bit of a far cry from that game one.
Yeah, but we're seeing now Mr.Popo deal better, but again Ente did what he wanted, just mine the diamond and just get in. He's got the diamond and his stock is looking healthy. This is not good news for Mr.Popo, who's not been able to find an answer to that way of playing by Ente. Maybe that's the answer. Maybe a little bit more aggression is going to be beneficial for him. But again, the back air will put Mr.Popo in a really bad spot. 91% already for the French player, and this is looking really bad. You cannot neutral get up against that. The F smash will go through the block and steal your stock. Mr.Popo is in danger.
Yeah, no, that is incredibly annoying to deal with. If you're Mr.Popo right now, whole stock down now, and you've lost your Luma. Let's see how he's going to make this work now, though. You know, Ente looking so comfy right now. Got another diamond on deck now, ready for that second stock. If he ever sees that second stock, mind you, if Mr.Popo is unable to deal with this first one right now, because I can't lie, he's struggling.
He's struggling, but he didn't need it. I don't know if you noticed, but he immediately crafted another diamond just to keep the tools fresh. Of course, the second minecart just putting Mr.Popo as well in danger of the second stock. Let's see if yes, here another repeat. Mr.Popo opted for the jump, but you cannot jump either. Ente has everything covered. He's closed out the route of a neutral getter. He jumped, and he also closed that second route, jumping on the platform and then flashing. This is looking disastrous for Mr.Popo, who has lost already 2 stocks, and Ente has a diamond on deck after this one as well.
Yeah, no, it went from, you know, Mr.Popo suffocating Ente in that game one to Ente just sitting pretty now. Even now, Ente just is completely fine with playing without resources. I feel like Mr.Popo's one claim to fame here in that game one was the fact that he was abusing Ente without resources, but now it's looking like a bit more of looking so much more trouble for him.
Yeah, it looks like Ente's never.
You shouldn't be scared of anything now. This is what I mean, right? This is what I mean. He can't burst out of that situation. He's put himself in the corner with no minecart.
Yeah, but
most people needs to strike.
One thing that I'm particularly, I don't like to say this because it's not very, very good. It doesn't make me look good, very, very good. But I don't really like how M.Pop is handling Steve when he's off stage. Because he has the down air that has a lot of range. He has a lot of potential to do an air or back air or fair off stage. And he's opting to just let Ente get back to the stage, which is also not that bad. But again, it's proving that the situation needs to change somehow. He's a JV3 Reka. He needs to find a way back into the game, and maybe being a little bit more aggressive when the Steve is off stage could be one of the answers.
It's all love at the end of the day. M.Pop0, man, I want to see my boys do well here, man. He played so well in that game one. I'm just wondering what went wrong, because I don't really necessarily think. I think the biggest thing that Ente's changed about his gameplay is learning how to play without these resources, right? And that's the biggest thing here. But I think, the main thing that's changed, is M.Pop0 not playing the same way as he was in game one at all. And like you said, I think like the offstage situations as well. Once again, the biggest thing you need to be worried about offstage Steve is that minecart. He will suddenly burst out at you and get back to stage for free. And minecart is such an annoying thing to deal with. But one, you have a way to deal with minecart, and two, half the time he doesn't even have the resources to use minecart, right?
Yeah.
That shouldn't be a problem. He's just a regular character off stage at this point.
Yeah, of course, if you don't have the minecart, the options are very, very limited. So M.Pop0 maybe has to be a little bit more aggressive on those edge guard situations. Of course, he's not been able to find the openings. And again, Ente just opting for the same. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just doing the same, just putting a little bit of percentage on M.Pop0, just putting a little bit of a wall. And again, he's going to put the wall and he's going to mine a little bit more. He needs the diamond, and Ente knows it. It is crucial for him to get the diamond as quickly as possible while we're heading onto the fourth game start. Actually, it's just start.
Yeah, no, M.Pop0. There's a very interesting counter pick here, though, of Town and City, because this was Ente's counter pick here in game 2, which ended up netting him a win. So I'm interested to see why M.Pop0 has gone back to this stage here, because I feels like that Ente really did like that a lot of space that he had before. And now, it seems like M.Pop0 has opted for this stage. I'm wondering why he has here, and finds it up here. Finally, and trying to get something started here. I don't know what, but he's trying. And now Ente's got a diamond on hand at Adras.
We heard that clink, and that clink means trouble for M.Pop0. You were saying that maybe the opposite situation, but I think M.Pop0 is actually handling this a little bit better than last game, just waiting for him to approach. But of course, the grab is going to seal it with no fear whatsoever by Ente, just knowing that the grab has a lot of end lag, but throwing them anyways, and managing to put M.Pop0 in almost triple digits here. Ente doesn't have much resources, but he doesn't need them. It has been proven that once you have the diamond, you don't need the resources to cause a mayhem.
Definitely so here, Ras. But there we go. Once again, but right now, I think M.Pop0's playing much better right now. He's managing to sort of keep up with Ente, but I don't think he's punishing him. What was that? Nothing was in his way, and he still didn't do anything. There's the threat of back air, but you have this shot, you have Luma. There was so many opportunities to respond in kind here. M.Pop0,
finally,
about time. Take that stock, it's even on the board. But with Diamond on deck now, you're fighting a sort of harder version of Steve. I say sort of, we all know it's
the final boss. It's the final boss.
It's the Ender Dragon, basically.
Yeah, the Ender Dragon there. Of course, M.Pop0 managing to find an edge guard situation, and of course that proved them to grab the stock quickly, which couldn't manage to do it in the previous game. Of course, Steve surviving to 200% was very, very, very detrimental for the needs of M.Pop0. But right now, it's looking way healthier. Right, he doesn't have this resource bar as completed, but of course, M.Pop0 will try to close that gap with care, with enough care, not get hit by anything. But of course, as we were saying, Steve is a character that deals a lot of damage with not many hits.
Yeah, back here now. He's on the ledge here. Oh, maybe this is his time right now. Dash attack in. I think trying to bait for an up air here. Then once again, destroying minecart, dealing with the minecart. This is what I like to see here from M.Pop0. The way he's playing, we could potentially see a game 5 here. It's too early to tell on the second stock. Up smash lands though, Dras.
Yeah, of course. M.Pop0 was trying to find for an opening here. The minecart almost stealing M.Pop0's second stock, and the dash attack gonna be enough for it. You cannot land safely against this character because he has a lot of potential of getting your stock in any way possible. Almost 50% already for M.Pop0, and he's not finding an opening. He needs to find Ente's second stock as quickly as possible, because the rage is also going to benefit the German player here. And any kind of back air, any kind of up smash, any kind of F smash will steal it.
Yeah.
And this is looking very, very rough for the French player. Yeah! Oh, okay.
Props him up with Luma. This is what I want to see from Mr. Popo. But Dras, got to ask you, man, is it all too late?
Yes. Yeah, the immediate answer.
The comedic side,
immediate answer by Ente.
I'm a bit upset at that set, man, because I thought I was witnessing something great in that game one, and I really did.
It was.
It really was a masterclass in dealing with Steve and also abusing the fact that of, you know, respectfully speaking, Ente's bad resource habits, bro. I don't know how, even in a two-stock situation from Ente in certain scenarios, he would still be on no resources. And it wasn't, I don't really think that Mr. Mobile was pressuring